the 9 blacks to the back. All the 9 blacks to the back. Hold on, damn. All the 9 blacks to the back. All the 9 blacks to the back.
Yo, how is it that black people could be so racist and like face no type of backlash, not even care, not even think twice about what or may not happen to them? But let this be a Caucasian person and the roles were reversed. Oh man, they'd be ready to protest against the record label, the artist, shoot, any grocery store or supermarket that's selling a CD like Target or something, they'd be protesting Target. Yo, it'd be such an uprise if an artist that was to make a song in the reverse role or reverse POV of this black lady. Oh man, it would be terrible. And I just think it's interesting because, see, black people can go and do whiteface like Drewski, right? But let Theo Von come out and say, hey, you know what? This was pretty funny. I'm gonna do blackface. Everybody became in an uproar and said he bet not do it, this, that, and the third, when you literally just had another human being, just a different skin tone than you, go and do whiteface. So what's the difference? If the junk is funny, it's funny, bro. Regardless if it's blackface or whiteface. If it's not in a malicious, energy, in a malicious tone, I don't see what's the real big issue is. Like, it's funny, it's gonna be funny, right? But no, everything is racist when it comes down to a lot of black people. Now, in this video, I already know I'm gonna hear, Fletcher, you're dancing for the white man, you're dancing for the Caucasian, you're tap dancing, Fletch, for the quiet man. Why? Honestly, I don't care. You can say that all you want. You can say I'm cooning all you want. But see, this video right here is not, and let me say this, it's not for all black people. And not all black people act like what you're going to see in this video today. And it's not a representation of the mass of all black people, but this is an issue when it comes down to the inner cities, in the hood, in the black community. And this is something that I want to speak on because me, myself, have been in these instances that I'm going to show you in this video on multiple occasions. Multiple occasions, more than 5 times. And each and every time, I think to myself, well, damn, why in the world do it gotta be like this when we just trying to have a good time? Why does it always have to turn into violence when people have a difference? Why? Why is that? Why does our conflict have to turn into what I'm going to present in this video? So I do want to preface that because I know I got a couple of Caucasian subscribers and people that follow me, and I don't want to present this as if this is the mass of black people, but this is an issue that we do have in our community. And we cannot always point to every dysfunction in our community at the white man. At one point, we got to look at ourselves and say, you know what? It starts with the man in the mirror. That's the only way I'm going to help my brother and my sister. With that being said, let's hop into this video. Let's do it. It's not funny, but the way he's screaming is funny. You know the crazy thing about this is, black people would call this
Racism.
It's because of the white man been holding us down. And they're still pointing at the white man instead of saying, yo, we got an issue with our youth. We got an issue in our community to where people can't just go to a music video. People can't just go to, you hear it all the time, music videos getting shot up, barbecues getting shot up, gatherings getting shot up. Now, does this happen on the masses? No, but this does happen often in a certain part of our community with black people. And I do think it should be addressed. This right here, what you would call, let's just say, I don't know if this was a music video or a barbecue or whatever you may have it, but typically what happens in instances like this, you have the red team and the blue team. You have the red team trying to up the score on the blue team. What happens is the blue team got somebody on the red team want to get revenge, and they feel like they got to even the score with getting either one person on the blue team or two people on the blue team, and so they become up. It's called upping the score. Now, this happens, but what also happens within this is because they know, hey, these people gonna be sitting ducks because they're going to the barbecue, music video, or etc. Right? What happens is the people in the middle, the babies in the middle, they either get influenced by this, normalize this, or they get hit by a stray bullet. What happened with Fletcher though? Fletcher normalized this. This became the normal. To the point where I would be in certain places with the homies and I'm hearing bullet shots ring outside and I don't even think twice. I'm kicking it with a girl in the hood and it's just bam, bam, bam. I don't even think they bullets no more at this point. They like, I'm like, damn, they outside fire, they popping fire. Like, come on, bro. You start to normalize it. And it's not good because see, when the youth who normalize that grows up, they start to participate. They start to want to join. And that's not okay at all.
Black people, racism. Bow. All the 9
And that's exactly how they sound.
to the back. All the 9 blacks to the back. Hold on.
I want to be clear that, like, law enforcement isn't to prevent crime. Law enforcement solves crime, okay? That is what they are supposed to do. They are supposed to solve crimes, not necessarily prevent them from happening.
This is the dumbest shit I ever heard.
Se.
Think about this. Think about what she just said. They're not here to prevent them from happening. They supposed to just solve them. So, we don't need TSA. We don't need police in schools to protect the children from mass shooters. We don't need police at, a football game, basketball game, NBA game, NFL game. We don't need them. We don't need them at all. Because according to her logic, they supposed to come afterwards. So after the plane get hijacked and because we didn't have no TSA, they supposed to come and figure out, why did this plane get hijacked? Who was a part of it? Why did that? No, that's a separate part of what the police do. But yes, they do supposed to prevent them. Why? Because we don't need a lawless country. We don't need a lawless state where everybody just running rampant. And then guess what? After that happens, the police force will get overwhelmed with trying to solve crimes. How do you know this, Fletcher? Because in the inner cities, in the hood, where there are so many shootings, what typically happen? They're trying to solve the crime because there are so many shootings going on. And because there are so many going on each and every day, they can't even solve it because you have Joe Blow killed Joe 2, Joe 3 killed Joe 5, Joe 5 done shot, Joe 6 done got Joe 7. So many going on. Joe Blow, the first one, Joe 1, they get pushed to the side because there's new crime coming along. And it over floods the system. And this is what I can't understand with Democrats like Jasmine Crockett talking about defund the police, Kamala Harris talking about defund the police. Now, some people are going to say, oh, that's not what they really mean. It's bad advertisement. We're just trying to reallocate the money to mental programs to help out the blah, 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 blah. No, listen. Majority of the police stations in the inner cities, except for New York, not New York, but in a lot of these blue states, they are underfunded. They're underfunded. Even in rural areas, they underfunded. So now You can't even hire on police officers because you already can't afford to pay these police officers that you got overtime. So you really don't have the money to hire people. You really don't have the money for overtime. And even if those people are doing overtime, guess what? They tired as hell. They sleepy as hell. Because you got politicians like this, leadership like this, saying defund the police. People that want to be a police don't even feel safe going in to be a police officer to help their community because you have politicians like this making it even tougher to be a police officer. What you mean solve crimes and not prevent them? And then you will have people who actually listen and believe this lady and think it's okay. But as soon as something happens to them, guess what? They call in the police. Now, this clip that I'm finna play is going to be an exact example on how these politicians truly do not believe in what they be spewing out their booty when they're talking about defunding the police. Because if they truly believed in what they were saying, they wouldn't be calling the police when an incident happened with them. They would be doing exactly what they said we should be doing with our taxpayer dollars. And they would be calling these programs. They would be calling these other people to handle these situations. But no, that's not what happened. They say defund the police out of one side of their ass. And then the other side of their ass, they want to call it as soon as they get scared. As soon as an incident happened to them. It's crazy.
Councilman Mendelson, did you vote with the rest of the city council to defund the police by $15 million in 2020?
Wow.
I don't believe that's the correct amount, but I did vote for the budget then.
You did. Okay. Councilman, did you call the police in July 2025 because of a protest outside of your home?
I called 911.
Okay.
It was at midnight. In fact, it was 12:30 in the morning.
Right.
And it was a number of individuals who were actually breaking the law, the Residential Tranquility Act, with how loud they were.
Okay, so you voted to defund policing by $15 million in 2020 with the rest of the council. This is what the police union, police officers had to say about your interaction.
I know what you're going to say, and I've already said to Mr. Pemberton.
Well, I'm going to say it, so you're not going to interrupt me. Over the weekend, Chairman Mendelson called the police because there were peaceful protesters at his house, because he decimated the police department with horrible legislation, and our staffing has now 800 plus vacancies. There was a delay in responding to his home. Because of the delay, Chairman Mendelson called and screamed at OUC and MPD staff. There is now a permanent security detail at his home staffed by an MPD officer who should be handling more important matters. We currently have 3,100 total sworn members, the lowest in 50 years, and we now have to dedicate one of them to be a security blanket for a man who hates cops, while other people calling 911 for real emergencies will have to wait. This nonsense must end immediately. So that's what the police department had to say about you in that
police union,
incident.
not police department.
Yeah, the
sir.
police union. The union that
I'm aware of
represents
that
police
statement,
officers.
and it's false on
Do they
numerous
represent police
points.
officers, Mr. Mendelson? The police union?
It's the union
Thank you.
president.
Wow. And see, you will have politicians like this, Jasmine Crockett. You will have politicians like the guy you just seen, or I don't even know what the hell he is, right? But they would scream out, defund the police. And it's disheartening to see someone who's supposed to be of the culture, like Jasmine Crockett. At least she talks like it. At least she acts like it and put on a facade like it. But if you're going to act like it and you're going to tout around like you from the hood or this, that, and the third, then you should know that our inner cities need more policing. Now, they're going to say I'm tapping and dancing for the white man. But you can see right now in Chicago how they're begging for Trump to send out the troops. They're begging for the mayor to put out more police officers to help clean up the street because it's chaotic down there. Don't believe me? Watch.
We want ICE to come. Please, everybody try to help Chicago and call ICE. The number is 866-DHS2-ICE. We are going to move our people away from this culture of liberal failure that has compromised our sovereignty and left the citizens of Chicago behind. Go Red.
I will tell you right now, I'm a person that lives on the south side of Chicago. Let's talk about what things that's happening in our neighborhood, but you want to put a Band-Aid and you want to act like this town is good. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how many people get killed in downtown Chicago every weekend. Don't board up things to put a Band-Aid on a crisis.
It's a shame. It's awful.
And Brandon Johnson doesn't do anything to stop it?
Brandon Johnson is not worth a quarter. He's not worth a quarter. Clean the city up and keep it clean. Don't make it look good. Don't put a facade on for the people that's coming here. I don't think that's fair, and I don't think he should have another term, period. I will never vote for him. Never.
Now, it wasn't just those 3 black ladies in the last clip who just disagree with the mayor and what's going on in the inner cities of Chicago and in these blue states or whatever, or blue cities. No. This is how a lot of the average, normal, sane, not hypnotized, not vote blue no matter who black people think. Even if they do vote Democrat, a lot of sane, just normal black American people think the same way. They don't want crime. They want to be able to work. They want to be able to afford a decent living, put food on the table for their families, and not have to go through their cities when they park their car and experience something like this.
I don't give a fuck what JB Pritzker talking about. I don't give a fuck what Brandon Johnson talking about. Come get these niggas that's doing this. Come get all these niggas that's doing this. Come get all these niggas and illegal immigrants that's doing shit like this. See all this trash on the fucking ground? Come get the motherfuckers that's doing this shit. Look at this shit. Come get these niggas, man. Come get all these niggas. Fucking Don Julio bottles. You know it's niggas when it's Don Julio. Ain't nothing but black people. Now, I know black people ain't gonna like this shit. I don't give a fuck, because I speak the truth. Just not too long ago, lady had her car stolen right out of our damn parking lot. Come get these niggas, Donald Trump. Look at me. I don't give a fuck what Brandon Johnson, JB Pritzker, all these other retarded ass motherfuckers is talking about. Come get these niggas, man. ASAP.
That's not it. It's more. Look at this. Look at this. And he got a security jacket on. He supposed to be security. Oh, wow.
Rob his ass, bro. You knocked him out. Rob him.
Security robbing, bro. The security guard who supposed to be calling the police or protecting these people robbing. And then look at everybody, phones out, just recording and watching. And I don't want to hear anything about, oh, they was afraid, they didn't want to get into it too, and then those dudes shoot them or beat them up too. If you that close, you can do something. If you can pull out your phone and record, you can do something. Because obviously you're not afraid enough to be that close with your phone out. But I do want to point out another thing in this video too.
They still fighting.
All right, now, the guy that's recording this video sounds black, right? You see the girl say, can you please help me? But everybody out here rather just be recording with your phone. But I do want to point something out. Look at this. So Obviously, these are black people beating up. Well, it looks like some black guy tried to step in and help, but was beating up some white guys. And that's what I wanted to point out. I don't want Caucasian people or white people or people of a different ethnicity to look at this and judge all black people, because you got me calling this out on a video. You got a black man who steps in right here to protect this. I don't know. He proceeded to look Caucasian to me, right? They begin to jump him. He put his life on the line, right? And then you see the girl with the long red weave come in. That's a black girl to protect this Caucasian man. The Caucasian man who was initially fighting this guy who's taking the money out this Caucasian guy's pocket. You can see he had time to push this guy because the black guy initially came to help him. Now watch the black girl right here with the black shirt with the red weave come in. Now look at the Mexicans, the Hispanics on the outside. They not doing nothing. Now you're gonna have this black lady come in and tell this black guy who's stealing from the white man that's knocked out to go leave and push him off. And you see black people right there helping out these Caucasian men. So I at least wonder, even though this is Chicago, this is an example of what I'm talking about when it comes down to the degeneracy, the ghetto-ness, and the things that we gotta delete and kill. We gotta not kill, but we gotta address this issue and get rid of this. I do want to show this in this video to exemplify. Listen, this is not all black people. But black people, we do have to take accountability for this and hold our others accountable and show and tell them there's going to be consequences for your actions. We're not going to accept this. This is going to be shame, because continuously what gets glorified in the media is this behavior. And some people would say, well, Fletcher, you doing it now. No, I am shaming this behavior. I am not glorifying this behavior. This is not acceptable behavior. This is not acceptable behavior on no ends. And we have the Cardi B's, the Megan Thee Stallions twerking on stage and talking for us to Joe Biden, because this is the image that we glorify. And those people represent that image. And we continuously, over and over, listen to the music, big up these people, support them, go to the concert. If we start supporting with our dollars, guess what? That image and that likeness will not continue to be pushed upon the masses, which have our youth to grow up to think that's acceptable and what we should strive out to be. No, that's not okay. We got the Pooh Shiesty, we got the Young Thugs, and Young Thug used to be my favorite rapper, but he's not no more, because I cannot continue. One, he's starting to sound trash. Two, I cannot continue to support that.
All the 9 blacks to the back. Ugh. All the 9 blacks to the back. Hold on.
Oh my gosh. And I'm not laughing. It's not really a I don't know why this is so funny to me. I just think her reaction was funny, but I would have been the same. I would have been the same way, bro. Grandma can't even sit on the porch, bro, and enjoy an evening with the sun's out without these boys, young thugs, and gangsters coming in the neighborhood shooting it up. This is the issue that we have to address. And the crazy part about it is when you address it, They want to run and scream and call everything you saying racist, call you coon and this, that, and the third. But this is the issue. Because we can scream to the moon about police brutality. We could scream to the moon about racism. We could scream to the moon about not having equal opportunity. We could scream to the moon about gentrification. But we can't scream to the moon about our issues that's happening with our youth in our community. These guys are responsible for a lot of the murders that happen in America. They are. Because these young kids, these some of them older, is fucking up the black image. And spoiling it, quite frankly, for the rest of us. Because now you have everybody on edge when they're around us. Because everybody want to tout racism, and then this is the image we promote. Literally, you would have somebody get locked up like like NBA Youngboy, Pooh Shiesty. And you will have the black community saying, free him. Knowing he's a murderer, knowing he's a menace to society, they saying, free him. And rapping his music. And supporting the label. But they won't spend that same energy when it comes down to promoting something positive in our community. And this is how they sound.
Black people, racism. I was having the conversations with people that were going out and committing crimes. And so I understood.
So she was having conversations with the guys that you just seen in the last video shooting up the block.
What was kind
people like that
of pushing them there. And so I do want people to know that just because someone has committed a crime, it doesn't make them a criminal. That is completely different.
I ain't even got nothing on my soundboard to even play after that dumbass shit she just said. Now, first, she said the police doesn't supposed to prevent the crime. They just supposed to solve them. Now she's saying just because you commit a crime doesn't mean you're a criminal. This is the worst game of cops and robbers. The worst logic of cops and robbers I ever heard. So what are they? So if somebody come on Grandma Block and shoot it up, what are they? If somebody come on Grandma Block and snatch her purse, what are they? They not criminals. If somebody come up to you and smack the piss out of you, what are they? And don't you go calling the police because you wanted to defund the police. And then you got all of your constituents and the people that voted for you believing in this BS that you're spewing out of defunding the police. And you supposed to be a leader? Come on, man. And you spewing BS like this? Come on, man. But this is an example of what happens when you have the Cardi B's speaking for us to Joe Biden. This is an example of what happened when you got the Megan Thee Stallions on the stage twerking. This is what happened. You get politicians like this who doesn't really have your best interests at heart.
Let me keep it a buck. I just want Trump.
This is what happened.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we glorify that stupid ass music, that slut ass music, and then look at Cardi B. What type? We go to the man. Look at what Cardi B going through right now. I don't cook, I don't clean. Let me show you how I get this ring. Putting out songs with Megan Thee Stallion, wet ass vagina. That's the image that's being promoted amongst the youth. on the woman's side and the men's side, and they so confused that they will go and vote for a politician like this because it's vote blue no matter who. Or if they put a black face in front of you that got a blue symbol next to it, you go put somebody in office like this who says, hey, it's okay for y'all to go do the crime. Y'all not criminals because we going to defund the police because they should be solving the crimes, not preventing it. So they won't be out driving around the block, getting a touch on the community and seeing how they operate. No, they won't be doing that. They just gonna wait till the last minute to where Grandma Block gets shot up or her purse gets snatched to come out there and to do anything. Come on, man. Dumb politicians. And then the crazy thing is, she's acting like she's from the community that you guys are actually from. She don't talk like that for real. She didn't grow up in that community for real. So where did she adopt this image from? Where did she adopt this slang from? The image that we back. And I say we because me too. I did it too. So then she go get to talking like us and she ain't from our community. She get to acting and sounding dumb like majority of us that comes from that community. Let me not say dumb, ignorant. Because we continue to promote that image. And she knows that resonates and that's going to put her back in office and give her another paycheck. And she really don't give a damn about you nor me or anybody that comes from that community because even her haven't introduced any legislation since she been in office. Haven't even proposed anything. But let's continue.
Criminal is more so about your mindset. Committing a crime can come for a lot of different reasons.
All the 9 blacks to the back. Ugh. All the 9 blacks to the back. Hold on.
Damn. Fuck. Oh shit. Damn. Get out. Fuck, bro. Damn, niggas got switches in this bitch. Bro, get fuck. Damn. Oh my god. Oh shit.
Black people. Racism.
They're going to continue to blame it on racism. You know what's the crazy thing about this too? I done been in more than 5 instances just like this. I was at a party one time with my partner. We in this at this house party. We just chilling. A guy pulled out a gun, faced the guy, shot him right in the face inside the party. His clique or his gang was in there, the other guy gang in there, and then everybody just got in the shootout, start shooting each other. And I'm running just like that. And I got my boy running behind me. He tripping, he falling and on the ground. I'm telling him to get up. I'm jumping over him. Bro, get your ass up. He running stupid directions where he could still get hit by the gun. He keep falling. I'm roasting. I'm like, God, bro, I ain't got time for that white shit right now, bro. Get that shit out your blood. Let's go. Because he mixed. We'll be joking around like that. And then, white people always fall in the movies or whatever. It's just an insider. But nevertheless, they gonna keep on touting it as racism when everybody at that cookout that we just seen in the video, or that kickback or that event, damn near was black. Everybody that was at that house party was black. It was no white people in there. So how is that the white man's fault? There has to be accountability taken at some point, and where we gotta look at each other in the mirror. Y'all want to be y'all want to call everything racist, and then y'all want to blame white people for everything. Nah, champ. Can't even do it. Can't even go out like that.
Racism.
On Facebook, I ain't beefing with no nigga. On Facebook, I ain't beefing with the North Side because of these niggas no more. I ain't beefing with Love Me because of these niggas no more. I ain't beefing. On Ray Ray, spin back through.
He's
Spin back
on
through,
live
Ray Ray,
doing
spin
this.
back through.
He has no care in the
Spin
world.
back through.
He's on live.
On
I
the right,
remember
spin
when
back
this
through.
video dropped.
Yeah,
This
spin
was
back
a
through.
live.
On the Ray Ray, nigga, wet.
And they
Black
blame
people.
racism.
Racism.
Bow. All the 9 blacks to the back. Ugh. All the 9 blacks to the back. Hold on.
Crew, let's go. This rain is. What the fuck? Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm laughing, not because this is funny. It's just because in the black community, there's an insider. If you want to make a black stampede or people just start running for no reason, just run. Have a whole bunch of people just start running. All black people gonna get up and run in that direction that one person or those few people is running in. But this is a Juneteenth event, so I wonder where the racism at in this instance.
I don't mean to brother. What the fuck?
My brother.
Black people. Racism. Black people. Racism.
Responsibility. That's all. Responsibility, accountability is all I'm asking for. And y'all might say, Fletcher, okay, we get it. Why you keep showing these people having shootouts? Because I don't want nobody to think this is an isolated event. No, this is something that I done been a part of on multiple occasions. I done been at a club, and then it's a birthday bash, and then it's a stampede. I broke this guy's leg because of so many people running and people trembling over people, and I fell, and then somebody trembled over me, and the guy's leg was like this, and I fell, let's say this is his ankle, boom. His knee. Broke his knee, right? And I'm thinking I'm a sitting duck, and I'm finna die because these people finna come in here and just start shooting the club up because they trying to kill somebody up, and it's bullets just flying everywhere. We trying to stay low as possible. And the crazy thing is, like I said before, it becomes normal. It's normalized. Like just another day. Because you know what happened after this shootout that was in the club? I'm looking out. It's people on the wall like this, shooting outside the club. It's people outside with Dracos shooting inside the club like we in a damn war zone. You know what happened after those people drove off? Everybody didn't rush to go get the safety after all the shooting was done. You know what people start doing? Walking to their cars like nothing happened. Me and my boy went and got more numbers, more phone numbers, talking to more girls, and then pulled up on the girls and went to their house. And we didn't even speak on the shootout because it was normal. It was normalized because it always happened. You knew, hey, this club is going to last about like 1:30, 2 o'clock, and it's going to be a shootout. Why is that? And there was no Caucasian people around. We cannot continue to blame the Caucasian person or the white person for these type of actions that are happening in our communities. We cannot continue to put leadership specifically on the Democratic side. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. We cannot continue to put in leadership that aligns with people like Jasmine Crockett, AOC.
And so they go out and they need to feed their child and they don't have money. So you maybe they're put in a position where they feel like they either need to shoplift some bread or go hungry that night.
The Mick Donnie guy that's running for mayor, the leader of the Democratic Party, these people don't care about crime-free ridden zones in cities. They don't care about that. They don't care about safety. Because guess what? The more chaotic it is, the more that they could continue to get funding from those billionaires that is pushing this down the throat of America, actually, to see it fall apart. And it starts where? In the inner cities, in the black communities. Because look what they're doing now. They're using the black communities to hide the illegal immigrants so they could blame Trump for being racist. They put the illegal immigrants in the black community so when ICE go in there, oh, he's being racist. He's going into black communities. He's zip tying black little boys and this, that, and the third. But they are using us. And we got to open our eyes. Because if there's no order amongst the youth, because there is so much chaos within the hood, because there is so much dysfunction within the black community, they will be able to continue to use us like puppets, like they always have been doing.
Ooh, shit. There ain't no firework, that's shooting.
I don't know why I keep that. And you see how normal that was for Grandpa? There ain't no fireworks. They shooting. He ain't get up until he seen the car. But it's so normal, bro. It's so normal. Something has to be done. Something simply has to be done. And that something starts with me and it starts with you. Today, you can make a change. And I might be called Uncle Tom. I might be called a coon. I might be called a sellout. I might be called a disillusioned black man. I might be called a Trumpy. I might be called everything in the book. But I know, and you know, deep down inside, especially if you're black, this is a real issue in our community, and it's something that needs to be addressed. We cannot continue to point the finger at racism for everything. We cannot continue to say gentrification for everything when we don't even take care of our own community. People throwing beer bottles out on the sidewalk. People not cutting their grass. People not keeping their fence up. Fence falling over. People parking their goddamn 18-wheelers in the front yard. People pissing in the stairwell of the apartments. Come on, man. We all done, I ain't gonna say we all, but a lot of us done been in those apartments when we just trying to get home. Everybody's sitting outside the apartments. It's beer bottles everywhere. You go up the stairwell, it's freaking rats and roaches everywhere. And goddamn, you got smoke and piss smell mixed together. But guess what? Nobody want to pick the beer bottles up. Nobody cares about the markings on the wall. Nobody don't care about none of that. And, so, and the sad thing about it is, what I just described is not just Section 8. It's not just Section 8. That's in a lot of black communities, in apartments, houses. And it starts with us. So maybe I might not be able to reach the masses on this video. Maybe I'm only to reach one guy that's like me, who's hearing this wake-up call and like, listen, you've been hypnotized by both the right and the left. Hey, open your eyes. It's a trick bag. Both sides making money off of our dysfunction. Start to take accountability. Start taking responsibility. Stop looking at somebody to blame for everything. It's cool to assess the situation and see how you got there. But you always want to point, stop always being quick to say, the white man, racism. Come on, man. If we could make music like this, all the non-blacks to the back, if Drewski could go and do whiteface, if we can go down in Chicago and beat up a group of Caucasian men and not even think twice about a serious threat or retaliation of a civil war or anything coming from Caucasian men or Caucasian women, the racism ain't that bad. You can still pick yourself up by your bootstraps, and they gonna hate that I said that. But I mean what I said, and I said what I mean. Listen, man, you are me, I'm you, we're one of the same body. Remember, keep your head up, keep your nose clean. You save the world, you live forever. Peace.
All the 9 ways to the back, okay. All the 9 ways to the side, hold up, All the 9 ways to the back, All the 9 ways to the side, okay. Cocky shorts, boat shoes, craft beer, I'm smooth, suburb glow, patio, I'm stacking that cash, Dave Matthews flow. If you ain't white, you can't say nigga. Tell me why they acting like we ain't built this country off cotton pickers. They talking like big dog, like we won't pull the trigger. We could easily shape you up, and I'm not talking clippers. You're not invited to the tailgate, but you can watch from the back or get smoked like a vape. Cause I remember we were chilling out. So if you don't know the vibe, then your ass getting out. Yo.